Hi guys, Paul from International Scale Modeler. Another review for you today. It's a Tamiya's 135th Israeli Tank Tiran 5. New kit has been out for about a month and a half now. Might be a bit longer. I saw the kit when it was first put in Tamiya's Modelling Monthly magazine. Absolutely fell in love with it. Thought, got to get me one, and the next day I bought one. Not a cheap kit. There's a lot of debate at the minute about Tamiya's kits being a bit expensive for what they are. I pay £41 for me models. I think it's a bit dear from elsewhere. I've had a quick look through it. It looks a good kit, nicely detailed, but as always with Tamiya kits, there are downsides to it, which we'll get to in a minute. As usual, with Tamiya's box art, absolutely superb. Very, very nice looking box. They always have nice box art. Side panel, you've got a side view of the tank, front and rear, so you can see the differences. Just a bit of information there, and there's a top view with a bit of info in Japanese, as always. So we'll open the box up and have a look. So I believe this is a Russian T-55 that was captured during the 6-Day War. I think it was, my history's not great. And the Israelis converted them over to the Tiran 5. They changed a few things on them. I think the major things were they added a lot of stowage to the back, storage boxes, bins, etc. They changed the gun. I think the gun went to a big 105mm, and they also added different MGs to the front and to the commander and loader's hatch as well. We know there are other changes, but I don't know them all, to be honest. So we'll get the sprues out. Not a massive amount in here, so it's not going to be a long review today. We'll leave those few bits in there. Start with the instructions. So what have we got? We've got one sheet in Japanese with info. Yeah, so we've got a few pictures one side, and then a bit of info on the back. So it's Japanese on the front, English on the back. Bit of history there. So yeah, first generation main battle tanks were like Russia after World War II. Yeah, Arab countries, so that's where they were taken from, if I remember right. The Israelis took them from the Arabs. Yeah, captured 400 of them. Modified and redesignated the Tiran 4 and Tiran 5. So a bit of info there, which is always good. Overview of the tank, if we go to the overhead camera. So it gives you an overview of everything. So you got mortars, there's all sorts on this. Absolutely fantastic tank. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Brownings, there's 30mm Brownings on there. So certainly a well-armed tank, I'll give it that. Instructions. Quite a small instruction sheet for Tamiya, not exactly A4, which they normally are. So you got your normal, yeah, a bit more info on the back, applying decals, spare parts as usual. Go through to the front page. Now I believe this is just a reincarnation of Tamiya's old T-55 kit with new components. Whether that's true or not I don't know, but it's very well detailed. It does lack a few quality parts, as we'll get to in a bit, but it looks a really good kit to me. I've had a quick look through, not opened any of the bags, so we're going to do that in a minute. Like I say, the detail looks really good. Tamiya's usual instructions, nice, clear, concise. You're certainly not dragging instructions when you're dealing with Tamiya. You certainly can't put a part in the wrong place, unlike Dragon kits, which can be a bloody nightmare. So one common part which I hate, and just got to you there, is these things, the vinyl tracks. We'll get to those in a bit. Absolutely can't stand them, especially on this, because there's no skirts to hide the tracks. So I'll certainly be adding aftermarket tracks to this kit. So we go through the instructions page by page. As you can see, very well detailed, well drawn. All the various components, about your towing ropes and what have you, cut them to various lengths. Through to the turret, all the turret detail. So there are nice clear constructions, as you always expect of Tamiya, so no shortcomings there at all. Onto the MGs. So I think there's a single 50 cal and look at what looks like two 30 cal machine guns, so plenty of firepower on that turret, as well as a mortar and the main gun itself. Quite an what's the word I'm looking for? I call it awesome. Quite an awesome vehicle. No, quite a terrifying vehicle really, being that well armed. So through to the crew figures. The figures look very nice. I had a quick look through the plastic. Very well detailed, and the ones I saw that were painted up looked absolutely superb. So there we go, instructions. Brilliant, no problems there. Right, we'll start with the main hull, the bottom half of the hull. I'll open it up. Like I say, I believe this is Tamiya's T55 kit. It's had a few changes to make it the Tiran 5. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. One nice thing to see is detail underneath the hull. These are normally just flat, nothing on there whatsoever. But on this, plenty of detail, which is always good to see. Yeah, oh, anything ejector pin marks are on the side, so no problem there. You know, there's never much detail to a hull, but with that there actually is underneath, so it's quite good. We go to the upper hull. So again, nice detail, all the locators there for all the various stowage and what have you, so you can't really miss where they're going to go. Again, an ejector pin marks are inside, which is good. Yeah, 2013 Tamiya, so this is a new part. I'll check the other one actually, see if that's got a date on it. Yeah, 2002, so that's going to be the older kit, which will be the T55. This is the newer part of it, so we might be able to go through and I'll be able to say exactly what's new and what's not. But yeah, nicely detailed. The fenders are nicely shaped and sculpted, as to the rear ones are actually nice and thin, which is good to see. Now, I'm not an expert on tanks, so if there's any shortcomings on this kit, i.e. with the real item, I couldn't tell you. I can only tell you what I've read. So I'll go through and give as good a review as I can. Driver's periscopes, nicely detailed. I assume there's going to be glass parts in there somewhere. I'm not sure if there is or not, but we'll get to those in a bit. Go to the turret next. Absolutely fantastic detail on that turret. Really, really nice. So you guys can see that, I'll come up closer. Really nice textured turret. Very, very nice. That's going to look very, very nice painted up and weathered. Again, periscope. Nicely detailed. The hatches. All very crisply moulded, absolutely beautiful that. Have we got a date on any of these? Probably not, we've been a smaller part. Yeah, 2013 on the sprue, so again, new parts. We've got the driver and what I assume is a loader. If we can get up close enough, you can see the faces. Absolutely brilliant. She's got goggles on, helmet with headphones. He's even got a beard. Absolutely fantastically detailed. Onto the body. Again, very nice figures. Nice detail, even down to his belt. Really nice. Minimal flashes of seam line through the middle, which is easy to be removed. We go on to the other figure. Again, very nicely detailed. Creases and what have you in the clothing. Absolutely brilliant. And his face, he's clean shaven by the look of it. So yeah, no problem there. No need to replace the figures. I've seen these painted up and they look absolutely superb. So no problem there. Next one we'll go for, oh, there's a third figure. He's a Russian guy. This must be an older sprue, because he looks like a Russian tanker to me. So we can find a date on it, which we can, and it's 2002. So these must be the older parts. As you can see, to me, he looks Russian. So you got a spare figure there straight away. Various components of, looks like stowage from around the edge of the hull. They look like fuel tanks, whether they are or not, I'm not sure. But you know, it's only what, 11 years old, the kit. There's no problem with this whatsoever. Not a hint of flash or anything on there to be worried about. Absolutely superb. The detail on that figure is not as good as those other two. The face is a little bit washed out, if you can see it, but obviously it's not a part of the kit. But it just shows you what can move on in, you know, 11 years. Still a good figure though, still good for the parts bin. So another one, pop that out of the way. Now we've got the gun mantlets, which I know there's a choice of two in this. So we've got the gun, two halves as always. 90% of the time with Tamiya, you might get the odd kit with a metal barrel in. Shouldn't prove too much trouble to, you know, put it together, but it would be nice to see a single piece barrel. I know it's not hard to do, or, you know, for the price of the kit, £41, include a metal barrel. Tamiya, it'd be absolutely superb if you could. Saves a lot of time and looks a lot better. Again, so this is going to be a new sprue. If I can find the date, yeah, 2013. So got two mantler covers, one's smooth, one's textured canvas. So it's got a cover on it, a bit of dust cover, I assume. So a nice touch there. You get to choose which one you want to go for. Various other parts, struts and handles and what have you, are all nicely moulded. Very nice, even that one there, nice and thin. So it shouldn't prove too much trouble at all. So apart from the barrel, that's a good piece of kit. Wheels, we'll leave those to last. So in here we've got the MGs, the mortar, fuel tanks. So this is going to be a new kit, a new sprue as well. Find the date, which I can't. Nope, but it is going to be new because I know for a fact. I can tell by looking at it, it's a new sprue. Must be a date on it somewhere. No, there isn't. Oh well. So what have we got on this one? Various grab handles at the top, storage bins. You've got the mortar, fuel tanks, which are very, very nice. Spouts are good on them. The MGs, the 50 cals, nicely moulded and detailed. The 30 cals are absolutely superb. The barrels on those are on par with photo etch ones I recently fitted, so no complaints there. Ammo case with some rounds in, and they're nicely detailed too. You can see it just on my index finger, so no need to put aftermarket on that. Very nice detail, very crisp, precise, absolutely superb. So another good sprue. Last two sprues, we've got road wheels, what look like fuel drums, idler wheels, this front sprocket, yeah, idler arms, the lot. So we'll just go through one because they're both the same. So we've got fuel drum at the back, nicely detailed in with the clamps, very, very nice. Idler arms, again nicely detailed. The wheels are absolutely superb. The detail on those is lovely. Rubber tracked, individual tread pan. The top's smooth and it recesses into concave. So, bit of a sanding stick or sponge on that, that'll tie them right up. And again, see now they're smooth. Those ones are smooth edged and these are concave. Not sure why, whether there's an actual difference or it's just whether they've been moulded. Across to this side, you've got a spare track link, which will be for the turret somewhere. More idler arms, the front sprocket wheel, guide, sorry. So again, very nice. No problem there, all nicely moulded, crisp, clean, absolutely superb. And again, the 2013 part as well. So, literally looks like the whole kit is new bar one sprue, so that's good to see. I did have reservations buying it, thinking I was just buying an old kit with new parts in, but it actually looks like it's mostly new, which is good. Last few bits of parts, I think. Let's see what we've got. We've got decals. So we'll go through the decals first, get these out of the way. Good old Tamiya staples, love them. Honest. So markings, as always with Tamiya, as you'd expect, very nicely moulded, very nicely printed, so no problems there. Fantastic. The great thing about tanks, not many decals, so not a lot of mucking about there. Just pop those away. Tracks, I can't stand these tracks. I think they're an absolute waste of space. Absolute nightmare to paint, attach, and I never think they look right at all. That's my personal opinion. The actual tracks themselves are nicely moulded. They don't look too bad at all, even through to the edge, individual links and pins look fine, but trying to get them on the tank and get sag looking realistic. This tank doesn't have any skirts, so these tracks are fully visible all the way through, so I will definitely be replacing these with a set of Frull. or even might even try model casting if they do a set for this, but I'm more than likely to go for Thrall. For a £40 kit, I'd expect better than that. I mean, Dragon, you're not paying much more than £40 for a good Dragon kit, and you either get the magic tracks or there are other tracks in there, and they are a lot better than these. So that's a bit of a disappointment in a high-end armour kit, but what else can we do? Now we've got a bag with polycaps, bit of string, and my second bugbear of this kit. So polycaps are road wheels. These are always great. A lot of the time you can put the wheels on and off, so you can pop them on to get a pick or whatever, take them off to weather them, so I always like that, so that's a good little touch. The rope, the tow rope, you know, it's rope at the end of the string at the end of the day, string, but it's going to make nice rope, not a problem there. Other set of polycaps, smaller ones, so again, same as the big ones, not a problem. This is my main complaint with the kit. For £40, I'm sure Tamiya could put a bit of photo etch in for the grills. Instead, you get the mesh. The mesh looks okay, it does the job, but it never replicates the same as photo etch can do. So for £40 or £45+ if you're paying RRP, I'd expect a small piece of photo etch. You can get Hobby Boss kits, you can pick up at £20, they've got photo etch in it, so why can't Tamiya? That is my main complaint. That and the tracks, my main complaint to this kit. Everything else looks spot on to me. I'm not a river counter, so I don't care if something slightly smaller than it should be, or you know, even if it shouldn't be on there, I'll make the kit as I want out the box, or if I want to add extras to it, I will. So I'm not bothered about, you know, it being slightly inaccurate or 4mm shorter than it should be. But for the price of the kit, these should be better, and that should be photo etched. There's no excuse for including that in a £40+ kit at all. They let the kit down for me. Everything else spot on. I'm going to enjoy building this. I'm not sure when I'm going to build it. Hopefully it won't be too far away. But for me, that lets the kit down, Tamiya. You really should be up in your game now, not sitting on laurels of being, you know, the greatest kit manufacturer you were in the 70s and early 80s, you know, and 90s, I suppose. Dragon wipes the floor with these kits nowadays. Yes, the instructions are a nightmare to understand. You get about 1 billion spare parts in there, but for the price of these Tamiya kits, they should be on par with Dragon, and they're not. So it's a real shame. Other than that, it's a great looking kit. Everything about it I like. The box art, the instructions are clear. I know for a fact it'll go together well, as Tamiya always do, and it's nicely detailed, but like I say, for the price, these should be better. So Tamiya, up your game and sort yourself out. So there we go, guys. My review of Tamiya's Tiran 5, a little bit of a rant as well. Oh yeah, and Tamiya, stop the staples as well in your bags. It's ridiculous. Tamiya's Tiran 5 looks a cracking kit apart from the two little problems I've got there. Looking forward to getting it built. Hopefully in the not too distant future. So if you're after a T55 variant, I'm not sure of any other Tiran 5s out there at all, so worth a look, and being Israeli, they're always cool vehicles. So that's it really. So Paul from International Scale Modeler, hope you liked the review, sorry about the little rant, and I'll see you next time.